Hello and welcome to another Fake Up tutorial. This time we're looking at creating a silicone mould. Now we've been asked about this on our Facebook page. Once you've created your sculpt, you then need to build up a wall around the edges so you can actually fill it with silicone. Now we use RTV silicone. Now this comes in various sure hardness from soft right up to very hard, but we tend to use something around sure sort of 40. So the first thing to do is to make sure you're wearing gloves. Don't wear latex gloves because latex will inhibit the mould. So basically if you're wearing latex and you touch any of the silicone, it won't set. Once you've mixed out the one part of the activator, you can then pour in 100 parts of the silicone and mix it thoroughly. If the activator is clear, we tend to add a little bit of pigment in there so you can actually see what you're mixing. You can see the colour changing, so you know it's mixed properly. Once you've done that, it's time to pour it into your mould. Pour it at quite a height. This helps reduce the amount of bubbles you're going to get into it. Now most of the bubbles will float to the top, but if you pour it from a height, it's going to save you any problems with collecting bubbles in there when you come to demould it. Once it's fully set, now it varies depending on the RTV you're using. Some will set within an hour, some take 6 hours, some 24. The stuff we've got here takes about 6 hours to set and 6 hours to demould. Once it's set, you can then remove the wool from outside it, and you're then going to gently demould it. So this means taking it off of the clay piece. Don't just rip it off, otherwise the clay will probably come off as well. But you'll normally find it comes off fairly easily, and you're left with a perfect negative mould of the clay piece that you've sculpted. The piece I'm showing you here, this is a zombie brow and cheekbones that we've recently sculpted together. Once you've cleaned it up, we usually use lighter fluid just to clean out any excess clay that might be in there. You can also use naphtha for this as well. You can then create your mould. There are other ways of doing it as well. This is a face cast we've done with somebody. Again, we created a positive and a negative of this. Again, you can fill that with silicone or gelatine and create a face cast of that mould. You can create hands. Again, this was one we've done for a recent film, and that was moulded from this hand. And you can also create all sorts of things from it, not just a hand, but you can chop off fingers and anything you want to make. So it's all down to your imagination at the end of the day. This is a very quick tutorial as requested on our Facebook page. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you learned something today. If you've got any questions, please contact us through fakeup.co.uk or through our Facebook page. See you again soon.